Society should not embrace the use of genetic engineering and CRISPR technology to select traits in unborn children, as such as intellect, physical appearance, or resistance to disease, because altering our genome sounds like a surefire way to have a mistake happen that crushes humanity's existence. The concept of getting rid of hereditary diseases is awesome, but there isn't a good way for us to fix hereditary diseases through genetic modification of babies without potentially causing other problems. Since everyone can agree that we want to see humans continue to exist as a species, the probability of human error and unintended consequences make genetically modifying humans a very bad idea. Scientists have good intentions in their efforts to genetically modify babies to save them from chronic diseases. But human error and unintended consequences still make it a bad idea. Although gene therapy science has made progress over the years, some children who have participated in gene therapy trials have died as a result of the treatments. If we are genetically modifying people, who is to say that by modifying them, we don't deteriorate people's mental states? What if they have a 50% greater chance of becoming sociopaths? Consider how we have made food worse for ourselves in some cases by genetically modifying plants. We are literate creatures that can communicate with language, much more complicated than plants. Consider the problems with breeding dogs and how in some cases breeders have ended up creating breeds with problems, like pugs who can't breathe well. Using genetic engineering on people to get rid of hereditary diseases sounds like a good idea until you realize that it could lead to unforeseen problems. Something as simple as removing a cleft lip could lead to a miscarriage. Errors in genetically modifying babies could impact future generations. The intentions can be good to prevent disease, but genetically modifying humans is still a bad idea. For people who want to genetically modify humans in order to design a baby to choose certain traits, that's worse than trying to prevent a disease. Breeding people for a certain purpose is what that would lead to. Like we are ants, and you are trying to design people for particular jobs, just as ants are born for certain jobs. Once you lose individuality, you lose what it means to be a person. Being able to make a designer baby would increase discrimination and racism by modifying people before they're even born. You are saying that modifying them makes them better than someone who didn't have something done to them genetically. It would bring about division. People are already narcissists. People who have been modified to be better would be even worse narcissists. Genetically modifying humans might seem beneficial at first to prevent disease, but we can't rely on people making good decisions. I understand people would want to genetically modify babies to prevent diseases, but gene modification would eventually extend to more than preventing certain diseases. Someone eventually will do it for the wrong reasons, and that's unstoppable. Most humans have the greatest potential for kindness. Humans have the greatest potential for kindness and love, but we also have a potential to commit heinous acts and do awful things. Maybe it is the future of humanity for us to solve our problems, but it sounds like a movie where it brings around the end of the world. Modifying ourselves would be one of the fastest ways to bring the downfall of society. It could lead to the end of the human race.